Alrighty, we're gonna make your Friday video. And what do we got sitting here?
Oh, this is some nice cherry. It's ready to go. We got to just size it up.
Okay, so our goal here, we'll try to explain what we're doing. We had originally cut this stuff for Don Holden for bowl blanks, but one of my good friends, he is building some mantel pieces for his daughter's camp. So he needs two pieces 10 inches wide, and they got to be the same thickness. And if you can see, they are not the same thickness. Here you go, ZZ. You got that, and you got yaw. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them up on the carriage. We're going to cut 10 inches down. We're going to put them up on edge. We're going to take them down to the same thickness, and you'll get to see this cherry come back to life. So it's a lot of hand work on the carriage. I'll just film it from the cab, and we might as well get started.
Ain't gonna get it done like this.
All right, now we're ready to go here. Let me open the knees up. I think that's enough there. Get the doggies up. Which side am I taking off of? I'm wondering. I guess that's going to be the side I'm going to take off of. All right, let's easy get me throttled up here. And so I want to leave 10 inches on the carriage. And there's 10 inches. We got a cold morning here, and it's the old hydraulics, so it's sounding like it. Make sure I got a good hold on that thing. See how I was trying to pinch up on the saw? Got a good hold on it. Just kind of hoping to do the thinner one first. All right. I think I'm just going to take it down to like 3 1/4. I believe we can get them both the same. That's looking pretty good there. And hopefully it stays on nicely. Oops, sorry about the camera, guys. All right, that looks pretty good. right? Same thing. Inches. And Zizi's talking about getting in and doing some lathe work, so we're gonna give him a couple chunks to play around with. Now you're gonna have to go end for end. Take it down to 3 1/4. So, let me back up just a little bit more here. That looks like 3 1/4 to me. He might have to do some hand work. We're going to do 2 8 inches. Thickness don't have to be the same. Back far enough? I guess so. Now we'll go down to our 2 8-inch pieces. And they can be different thicknesses, so all we're going to do is run them through. Get your Friday Eve video started here, and happy Thanksgiving. I forgot to say that in the intro, because this is actually going to be aired on Thanksgiving Day. All right, he's got done cutting them little mantel pieces out. Our buddy was real happy with them, and he says, "What do we owe you?" Or what, you know, he's cutting this for his daughter, and Eddie says, "Bring us a box of donuts out." He says, "I sure will," so we'll see. All right. And we're back down to our cherry again. So, there we go. And that was a 9-footer. I thought it was 8. That's why I'm always critical of getting them on the carriage correctly here. I like to get rid of that. And we'll put the master dog down just to be safe. Yeah, I just want to get rid of, I always try to saw the worst face off, and that sets your other 3 faces. Just want to get something we can sit down flat or put to the knees, either or. And I'm going to take one more board off just to get a whole flat face across that. This has got to be the ugliest one so far of that load. That's better. It's still pretty though. All right. Making some progress here. Good hold of it. The back's hanging down a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. Oh, let's start somewhere around there. Yeah, I know. He's hanging down. It's going to hit the log deck is what it's going to do. Let's get rid of it. That's the beauty. You can just, something you don't like, you just saw it off. Alright, let's flatten her out a little bit. And you can't get much production out of small little logs like this. It's produced a nice cherry though. We got 2 options. We can either work the faces at the knees or continue on the one we started at. I think I'm just going to go back to the knees. Let me pull up here a little bit. We can come back to that later. start about there. And the sapwood really don't mess up the grade. It's permissible. Alright, let's work another face while we still have over 6 inches. If I go one more board, we're going to lose that. I'm going to take a little shim off of there just to get rid of that, something like that. There we go. We just edged it now. We got a hot blade, Ed. Got a hot blade. You see that? I gotta get out there and get that out of there. That's what happens. Well, she's warm. Get her spinning. You never want to leave it sit. You want to run it out. That's looking like it's going to be all right. Yeah, you want to get it up to the speed right away so you don't start messing with tension in that saw. So, alright, I got to turn this anyway, so we'll give that a minute to acclimate back down to its ambient temperature. Just check that face before I make a set. Looking good. Then you see that little problem went away on the back of the saw. Better. Let's just run this down to, there it is, right at 4 inches. That's what I was planning on doing anyway. And we'll work top bottom. Get her down to 4 inches the other way. In fact, you see the blue dot there? We're going to put that right to the knees right now. pretty close. Let me see how close the full set gets me to 4 inches. We're going to go with that. All right, we're making progress here. Let's get another one. This is another not so nice, but it'll work. And again, I'm going to try to get it right on the front of that block. It's not round. So what do we do with it? Oh, I think we're just going to open it just about where it's at. Not so bad where it's sitting. All right, let's get a flat face on it and get rolling on it. That would get rid of that little bell down there. Looks like that's going to drag the deck. We're going to try it anyway. Ooh, big old chunk blew off the bottom there. Oh, let's take one more. I'm liking that. That back to the knees. And that's a 9-foot log, so that defect can come right out of it, and you end up with a perfect piece of lumber. All right, let's continue on here. Pretty cherry. So we're talking about doing for Christmas, finishing up the rest of that cherry and do a marathon of solid cherry. Have a very cherry Christmas. Yeah, so I'm off this week, and then I work one more full week, and then 3 days I'm off for the rest of the year. Hopefully you can get something done. This side has more taper, so I'm not gonna play around with the tapers on this. This is the wedge-shaped side, so get rid of it. That little bit of wane will be acceptable anyhow. Some nice 1x6. Get in the workshop one of these days and build that little sound enclosure. I'll take one more off of it. Getting into little pin knots. Edge it right here. Get all the bark off of it if we can. That is pretty there, but if I take one more set, I'm not going to be able to dog it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that. You see the blue dot again. We're at the same situation we were last time. Well, just a hair. So I'm going to put that back. If it'll let me. We'll saw it down to 4 inches now. Too much. I'm just going to take a full set anyway. We're going to let it go off at that size. This can still be used as dunnage the way it is. And we got a nicer log coming up next. Let's get rid of that crook. Get rid of the crook. That's looking good. All right, let's make it happen. Sawing cherry, you don't want to waste short pieces. We can cut them down into some selects. All right, let's put that back. it does have some of the best cherry in the world. Where are we at in the pith here? We're about centered. Tell you what, I'm going to take one more. This is beautiful. We still got plenty of face to work. Grade sawing is all about opportunity to get your best grade you can. No boom. Sorry about that, Mark Bell. All right, let's start right now. Again, look at that beautiful face again. That was over 7 inches wide. All right, let's work our last face. Get on her. Just trying to make it so we don't have to edge that. We'll take it down to 4 right now. All right, we'll work down, and same thing's worked out again. We'll just take it around. Let's see where we're at there. Don't look like that back shoved tight enough. Let me just give it one more. Now it is. I thought something was going on there. I think we'll do one more for Thanksgiving. Okay. One more. I told Eddie we'll try to do 4 for the video. That loaded nice. And it's sitting where I like it. What's the chances? Man, was that a miracle. You know me, I like to turn them. And if you have a mill with all the accoutrements to turn logs, and you're not turning them, shame on you. I guess that's not too awful. Get one more. All right. Now we're getting into awful. I'm gonna take a shim off. I want a wider face. Now that wasn't wasteful because we gained more than we lost. You got to be able to trade that off. This log's playing a rocking chair. Oh, let's take it down to 6. Pull the bottom out from under it, it lays down easier, but each log behaves a little different. Let's just edge that off. Still is pretty wood. But edging to do and we'll be finished. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to pull a set of dogs off. We're going to go down to the shop and put that new set of ways on. Yeah, Russ Olds had made them for me and would love to get them rebuilt. Take a full set. I'll go below my 4. There's really nothing to work with here. We're just going to go for it. That's the best space I got. There's nothing really left there. Hopefully my doggies will hold her. Oh, we're going to be sawing into pith, but tell you what, that's no good anyway. I'm just going to cut it off. Let's get down to 4. It'll be good blocking. Alrighty, everybody. We will catch you here at the end. Well, there it is. This is 4 cherry logs, and not too bad.
Some common, but there's a lot of FAS in this pile.
Yes, the sad thing is we covered up all the nice boards with these little ones. And there was some really, really beautiful boards to come off of that, especially that, what was that, the 3rd log, that bigger one, it really produced. But even them small ones put out some really clear lumber, but we got a lot more to go, and it's all for sale, so get a hold of the Eddie Horvath, and he'll be glad to make a deal.
Go with time with the Eddie Horvath.
Watch the lower end of the Go over this channel, and you have your email on there.
Yeah.
So you can get a hold of Eddie through his channel. And
pickup only.
Yep. And we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And
there you go.
Thanks for coming along with us today. And we gave you a 4-log video, and we got a lot more cherry to come up. But the weather's going to turn really, really nasty by the end of the week. But we're going to try to brave the cold and do another day in the Saturday morning, freezing cold. So hey, thanks again, and if you do me a favor, if you liked it, please hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel, and share it with somebody. And
sharing's good.
And also go back and look at the older videos. That greatly helps the channel. So all right, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.
Thank you.